Good morning, children. Today I am going to continue with the explanation of the chapter Why the Fox Tail is White. So before I could continue, I would like to give you a short briefing of what we did in the previous class. So in the previous class, we have studied or learned that the old woman approaches a fox for its help, and this fox tricks the old woman with his sweet way of talking. He comes to the old woman's farm to help her, and he worked very sincerely and honestly. He worked very sincerely and was a diligent worker. He worked very nice. He was a very hard working for animal. So he was taking good care of her farm animals. But after a few days, the old woman found that her animals, the black lamb, the small black lamb and big hen was missing. So this old woman went to the fox and inquired, where are those animals? So the fox said that the black lamb is gone to the forest to graze, whereas the big white hen is gone to the pool. So you don't have to worry, they will be back very soon. But both these animals did not return home. So now please pay attention while I read and continue with the explanation of the chapter. In the evening, the old woman went to the hen house to look for the big white hen. She had a bowl of milk in her hand. Now, when the fox told the old woman that the big white hen has gone to the pool for a swim and it will not you don't have to worry, it will come back soon. So the old woman did not believe the fox. She knew that something was wrong or something was going wrong in her farm. She even knew that the fox was trying to trick the old woman. So what did she do was she wanted to inquire. She wanted to inspect what was exactly going on in her farm. So what she did was, in the evening, she went to the hen house to search for a big white hen with a bowl of milk in her hands, with a warm bowl of milk in her hands, with a hot bowl of milk in her hands. When she got to the hen house, she heard all the hens saying cluck, cluck, cluckety, cluck. Now, as she entered the hen house, she could hear the hens were making noise, were making a lot of noise. These noise the sound was like the sound of a distressed animal. When the animals are worried or scared, they start making a distress call. So these hens were making a sound like cluck, cluck, cluckety, cluck. They were all running around. They were all running round and round the hen house, and they were terribly afraid. Now, as the old woman entered the hen house, she saw that these hens were making a lot of noise and were running round and round of the hen house, and means they were yelling or shouting for help, like cluck, cluck, cluckety, cluck, and they were all very terribly, badly afraid. They were badly scared. And then what do you think the old woman saw? And then what do you think the old woman saw? Now the old woman saw, as she entered the hen house, she saw the fox was trying to chase and catch one of the hens, and he caught one of the hen, and he had one of the hen in his mouth. She saw the fox coming out of the hen house with the hen in his mouth. "You bad fox," said the old woman, "you have eaten my small black lamb and my big white hen. Now you are taking another hen, but you shall not eat it. When this old woman saw the fox with another hen in his mouth, she got very angry, she got very annoyed, and she yelled at the fox and said, "You bad fox, you have eaten my small black lamb and my big white hen. Now you are trying to take or steal or rob another hen from me. You shall not eat it. You shall not be able to have this hen. I will not allow you to eat this hen." In anger, she shouted at the fox, "But you shall not eat it." In her anger, she threw the bowl of milk at the fox. Now, in great anger, the old woman, what did she do was, she had a hot bowl of milk in her hands and she threw that hot bowl of milk on the fox. The fox said, "Whoo!" and then the hen fell out of his mouth. Now, as that warm, hot milk fell on the fox's tail, he started yelling, he started screaming, he started shouting, and the noise that came out, or the voice or the sound that came out was "woo," and the hen fell out from its mouth. He ran into the forest, then he sat down and looked at his tail. As that warm milk fell on the fox's tail, so he ran in fear. He thought that the old woman might hurt him, so he ran in fear into the forest, and as he sat down and he looked at his tail, so he saw that his tail was white in color. The milk had made the tip of his tail white in color. The milk had made the end of his tail white. That is why the end of the fox's tail is white. It is still white. Now, due to that reason, the end of the fox's tail is white, and it is even till today, the end of a brown fox tail is white for tricking that old woman. So this is the story all about. I hope so, children, you have understood this story. For better understanding, read the chapter. Until then, thank you.